Welcome back to the Fantasy Pavilion for another episode of the Pick preview of Game Week 6. And we have a very special episode, a London Derby episode. I have a Tottenham fan in the name of Aidan and an Arsenal fan in the name of Aaron. Guys, welcome to the show.
Let's go. Big
Right,
up.
so I don't want
Yeah,
any
man.
no friend thing, right? We don't like Tottenham. So let's first of Aidan, before we get into it, so tell the folks about yourself. So why Tottenham, and tell us about your pedigree in the fantasy, how long you're playing and whatnot before we start.
All right. Well, in terms of fantasy, I've been playing since maybe back in high school. So maybe Form 4, Form 5. So I've been playing for a little while now. And in terms of Tottenham, I could probably say more of a recent supporter. Recent being like 2014. Because previously, I always watch Spanish football. But everybody in the school always talking English football. And I don't have no English team. So what went on is, well, as I always like Barca, I can't come and support Manu or Chelsea or none of the big teams. So I just pick a small team that look like the up and coming. And I end up picking Tottenham.
Well, all right.
I like
Yeah,
this.
man.
I'll take that. And Aaron, why the greatest team in the world? I mean, why Arsenal?
Hey, who chuckling there? Stop that. Who chuckling? Stop that chuckling. Well, from small, I always like the French national team. So I always like Vieira, Henry, those kind of guys, Makalele, Thuram. So Arsenal always had like a very high French content of players. So I just gravitated to Arsenal. And Arsene Wenger was one of my role models growing up. So everything about Arsenal just like I gravitated to Arsenal because like it's just a passion. Like everything just went smoothly. Like they have French players. I like the way that they play. The blood youth. So everything was just how I see football. Arsenal was it. So it was a no-brainer to support them. I was supporting them since like 2009 because like Arshavin was like my favorite player
Yeah.
in the first set of teams that I started to watch. Arshavin, Nasri, Fabregas. So yeah, so like 2009. And fantasy-wise, I've played fantasy since 2013. Yeah, 2013. Yeah. So I've been in it for a while.
All right, well, guys, thanks for coming on to the show. So basically, the format, we're going to break down the fixtures, do home and away. So we'll do it. We'll do it a little different. So I will team up with the Spurs fan, right? So we'll do the home games, and Aaron and Antonio, you all do the away. All right. So let me pull up the fixtures real quickly there. And of course, while we're going through the fixtures, we'll give you any advice, any tips, especially for this game week 6. There are some enticing fixtures. Some fixtures I think that we should take advantage of. So let's scroll here. All right, so first up, we have Chelsea playing Manchester City. So Aidan, you go first. You will pick first and I'll pick second. So who you have there for Chelsea?
Well, for Chelsea, boy, this fixture probably gonna be a real tight fixture, boy. In terms of fantasy points, I'll probably give it to. I don't feel Lukaku might score. I feel I'll give it to that boy. So probably some points this week.
Say that one more time for me there. A little louder, sorry.
I say in terms of fantasy points, I can see Kai Havertz producing
Havertz.
fantasy points there because it looks like he doesn't show up for any other games besides big games. So it is a big game. So I definitely feel he's gonna show up.
No problem. Well, I'm going the safe route, and because City have no strikers, I'm going with Mendy. So Antonio and Aaron, who you all have for City?
Ooh. My obvious pick, as usual, would have been Gundogan, but I believe he's injured. So my next pick would be, if anything will come from City, bull chat wise, probably Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin. I will go Grealish because he pretty cheap for a City midfielder. He's like 8 million. So I will Grealish. And he's been starting every game so far, so I don't think he will be dropped. So that is at least a short 2 points if he do come true.
All right, so far cool. All right, so up next we have Manu versus Aston Villa. Who you have for Manu, bro? I know give me some horrible teams to pick on behalf of. I know, boy, but let me hear it.
These are obvious choice. If you don't have this fella, you ain't making any sense. Cristiano Ronaldo to make the most points here in this fixture here. If you have he, then
Expensive.
You know, say that alone, please. Say that alone, please. That's what
if you have this fella who is scoring every single game, it's best you just throw away your fantasy. It don't make any sense. You're not making any sense. You have to have it. Cristiano Ronaldo
Too
is going to make
expensive.
the most points.
All right, well, if that's your opinion, that's your opinion. But I'm because it's Aston Villa, that's a ruggedy, doggedy kind of game. I don't know, but I feel Greenwood might do something in this game. You know? I'll go with Greenwood. I feel Greenwood could do
bad.
something. I was gonna say
Yeah,
Pogba
but-
and stuff, but I feel Greenwood could pick something. So
Nah,
who you'll have
Pogba.
Aaron and Antonio for Aston Villa.
I have a point to get.
Villa?
pick for Aston Villa, boy. Huh. You see, points wise, I don't feel like Aston Villa gonna pull off much points. So picking a player would be kind of tough. But if I were to pick someone, it would probably be Martinez, because I feel like he's gonna have real shots on Martinez, and I feel like he had to put on his saves. And he did play pretty well last game, although I didn't expect him to play, but he played. So yeah, Martinez.
If Villa is to score, then most likely Ings will be this goal scorer. So if you want to take a chance and go for a Villa attacking player, Ings, I'll go Danny Ings.
All right. Let's see. So up next, we have a very now. This is the game. I want to pause a little bit here. See this game, viewers.
Quality points.
Please take advantage of this game.
Quality
Everton,
points.
Norwich. Pepper those Everton players. Right. So Aidan, who you have for Everton?
I have not a single player from Everton. Horrible team. I feel that they have no chance against Norwich. I think Norwich is going to win this comfortably. I will not advise having anybody from Everton currently. But if you so choose to have an Everton player, I'll have to go with Gray.
Yeah, good pick.
All
right. Well, Antonio fans, I don't need to say who I'm going to pick. I'm going with the GOAT himself, the Curry. Of course, this will be his kind of game. But I must give an honorable mention to Mr. Townsend. I think Townsend, because Antonio and I were discussing that, I think Townsend could contribute and have a really good game here. All right, so I'm giving a tough task. Guys, who you're picking for Norwich?
Right, when you have one piece of point that are coming from this team, if they do get points, and I have to come from Pookie.
Pressure the camp. Aaron, who you picking with?
Cantwell. Cantwell plays well for them. So if Pookie's scoring, Cantwell might assist.
All right, that's a good shout. All right, so next up, Leeds versus West Ham. Aidan.
All right, this one is a more even fixture in my eyes. West Ham started off the season well. Leeds energetic as usual. But what's going on right now is that the striker, Patrick Bamford, has a injury. Still yet to be seen if he is going to be fit for the fixture. But if he is fit, I'll probably go with Bamford.
Right, I can live with that. Well, I'll give a consistent shout today for maybe Rafinha. I think Rafinha might be the best shout right now. We having a decent form. And I mean, it's a tough game here. It's a midfield battle. It's a serious midfield battle here. Right, who you guys have for West Ham?
Only one man I could have for West Ham. Well, two, but the main man himself, Big Antonio. Big Antonio. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, I agree with Antonio's sure pick.
Sure.
See, Nasi didn't he miss a few games. He coming out sweaty, hot and sweaty for this match. Trust.
Don't sleep on that boy Ben Rama.
True.
Don't sleep on that boy Ben
Exactly.
Rama.
But you
Exactly.
could sell
Benrahma's
Ronaldo.
a good
Sell
shout.
Ronaldo, buy Antonio. Sell
Hello
Ronaldo.
there.
Sorry. Next. All right. Next up. This is a funny game, boy. Leicester versus Burnley. Let me hear it.
Right now, I just watching Burnley versus Burnley because Leicester horrible start to the season. I don't know what Leicester doing right now. To get a pick from Leicester, I hope nobody have any Leicester players. But I just had to go with the striker Jamie Vardy. Hopefully they get a penalty and scrim some points. See anything.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, to assist him, if he does score, Mr. Pereira, Pereira looked good in the last game. Don't mind, they lost. He looked good. He was dogged. He was fighting. And he's not injured so far. So I'll go with Pereira for this game, man. Who you'll have for
Yeah, that's
the
the
tough
tough.
and mighty Burnley?
Honestly, I would change the cards this wrong and I would say McNeil.
Yeah, good shout.
Good shout. Very good shout.
You can't go wrong with Burnley defenders. So Benny, yeah, Benny's always a good
Solid.
shout.
Solid call there. Right, next up, Watford versus Newcastle.
Goals galore.
Either.
Yeah, true.
Who are you picking on
I
behalf
like
of
this
Watford?
fixture. I like this fixture. Watford real in and out. You don't know where you can get from them. But if I had to go with a player, I like Ismail Assar. I feel Sarr. He
Good
looking good. He looking good this season. I'll go with Sarr for Watford.
Good pick.
Yes, that's a brilliant call. I fully agree. And I will go with Dennis. Dennis and Sa, I think, can link up again and cause some trouble for Newcastle. Right? Who you guys have for Newcastle?
Yeah.
Alan, Saint Maxima.
Come on.
Maxima.
Same. I can't pick anybody else. Like that's
No,
also I'll do my pick.
Saint Maxima. Different class.
Be right
class.
back. Oh my goodness. All right, next up. Tricky one to call, boy. Brentford versus Liverpool, boy. This game. See this game? Eden, I don't know by who. This is a tricky game, boy.
It is a tricky game because I think Brentford up there with one of the best defenses in the league so far.
Yep.
I think Brentford have 4-2-6. But Liverpool is Liverpool at the end of the day. I have no idea who to pick from Brentford. Maybe Liverpool win 6-1 and Tony score a goal. And you get some points on Tony. Maybe that's all good. That's my pick.
Well, I'll go in against Green and I'll go in Raya. Only because Raya is a saving machine. And you have Salah, Mane, Jota, raining down shots on you. I feel you could get at least some save points, right? As we keep advising you guys, try and get these low-key goalkeepers that could bring in the save points. Because you're not expecting to get a clean sheet all the time. So try and get the guys that could bring in the save points for you guys. Right? So I'll go with Raya for this one. Who you all have? Well, I mean, obvious. I know you're going with, but I mean, humor me. Who you all picking for Liverpool?
But you see, I have Salah, but strange enough, Mane playing greedy this season. So I feel like the man to have is probably Mane because I feel like he's going to be shooting out. Because he's real selfish and you want a selfish player in fantasy running. If it's one thing I want, is a selfish player because you want to be shooting and scoring every time. But yeah, I will switch the table this time and I'll pick Mane and Salah. How about you?
Trent Alexander.
That's a great call.
Trent. He's a little pricey, 7.5, but it's worth it, bro. It's worth it.
Sure.
That's a great call there. All right, next up. So we're rolling along. All right, so we're not going to touch this game yet. We're leaving this game for last. Let's go to the Crystal Palace Brighton, and then we'll come back to the main card for the weekend, right? So, Crystal Palace Brighton. Who you have for Palace there, Aidan?
I'll probably go with Zaha versus Brighton. I wouldn't want to go a defender because I feel like Brighton has the ability to score. So I'll probably just go attack for attack and go with Zaha.
All right. It's a tricky one too because Brighton firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Brighton.
yeah, Brighton looking real good right now and they're resilient. But I will go with Gallagher. Why not Gallagher?
Hey,
And
Yeah.
an honorable mention to Edward. Love Edward. So I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
maybe they can link up and cause some poison there. Who you love for Brighton?
Brighton.
Well, let's see how Lamptey back in the picture. I don't know if you're going to play, especially how he played midweek here. So I want to put my cards on Duffy. Because I realize even if they do lose a clean sheet, Duffy always in the tangle when it comes to points. Even if he gets a assist from a little flick on header or something from the corner, it will come from Duffy. So yeah, I pick Duffy for this game.
My pick would be Trossard.
Right.
Because he's take the set pieces and he could cross the ball as well. So Trossard.
All right, let me pause right there. So, viewers, this is the third straight time Trossard's name has been called. The last two, he scored points. So, if you don't listen now, I don't know what else to tell you. This is the third straight time, not by me, not by Antonio, but by our guest, Trossard's name called. All right, guys. So, let's go to the main event, the biggest derby in the world.
We
Wait.
forget Southampton. We forget Southampton.
You forget Southampton. I know it's that game you do.
Yes. That's now. My bad. Get excited there. So Southampton Wolves. All right, Aidan, go ahead.
Wolves, I'll go shy to start the season. Still looking to probably score 2 goals a game. I'll probably go with Kyle Walker-Peters from Southampton. Probably gonna keep a clean sheet. They play at home. Wolves can't buy a goal. So Kyle Walker-Peters right back.
Well, I will go with our boy Antonio Livermentos.
Yeah.
The man with the legend. He doing well, getting clean sheets.
4.1.
And it's cheap. Very
Can't
cheap.
go wrong.
And this brings me to another point that I want to bring up with you guys. So you see, as we're approaching game week 6, 7, 8, and we're progressing, it is time for you guys to try and get some good subs, right? Because you see what's going on. Trent last week, Woodman last week, Bachman last week, right? There was some Torres, if you had Ferran Torres. So try and get some decent-ish players as your subs. We will do some videos targeting that alone to give you the guide on who you should pick and who some good subs to have, right? So please, these players are key, right? So who you have for Wolves, guys?
Boy, oh boy, this team, I don't know, boy. I still put my cards on Wani-chan. Something. He looked good when he came on. If something comes from this game, probably come from him because Jimenez not shooting. He's playing like he's minding his injury. I mean, I understand there's a head injury too, so you don't really want to risk it all, but he's not really fierce and like striving towards the ball or anything. He will be when he playing right now. So yeah, I feel probably Wani-chan bringing out a point, a assist, a goal, hopefully.
I go and score some bacchanal here because I go and see Jimenez because I watched the last game against Brentford and it had a moment where he went up for a header and he won it.
Right.
And then he rip off.
Yeah.
Then I was like, all right, I think he back. So Jimenez, honorable mention to Trincao because Trincao
right,
playing
of
very
course,
well
of course.
this season. Yeah.
Trincao looks good in games, but not in FPL.
That is true.
Yeah.
Like he do
Good
really.
point.
That is true. That's a very good point. Solid.
That's a very good point.
That's a very good point.
Ah boy.
Right.
Boy.
So we go in. So again, let me get back to my intro that I had just now. So the biggest derby in the world, I can't even nobody say this is the biggest derby,
Classico nothing. Classico
London
nothing.
Derby. We're going Arsenal versus Spurs. So Aiden will swap for this one, right? I won't make you pick Arsenal players, right? So you'll team up with Antonio for this one. Aaron, you'll team up with me. Right? But before we get into it, right? Normally we don't do previews on this one, but at least it scores. But give me some score predictions before we get into it now. So Aaron, give me a score prediction. How much Arsenal winning by?
3-1.
Right?
3-1.
And now give me a player who you player think that the FPL managers should go after.
Aubameyang.
All right. And I fully agree with that. I picked him in my my top strikers preview. I am going to go. I don't know what Tomayasu. I think Tomayasu could get something out of this game once he's not too restricted. I'll go with Tomayasu. Right? And Mr. Spurs, man, Aaron, give me a score prediction first. So how much Tottenham losing by? And then you'll tell me your player prediction.
I ain't feel we losing, but I ain't feel we winning either. I'll go 1-1. Sit on the fence.
All right.
Good show.
And who's your Tottenham player to look out for? You're a Tottenham fan, so give us some. Give us two players now. I'll let Tunis to give us one, but give us two players who you think the FPL manager should consider, no?
From Spurs against Arsenal, away from home, I'll probably go with Son. Because recently, this fixture,
he been having a one number.
Yeah, he been having his time.
Yeah.
Kane is there, but maybe a few years ago, you would say Kane, you come on, you score every game. Every game you look to score. But recently, I find in this particular fixture, Son has been outshining. So I'll probably go Son first, Kane second, because any little easy penalty, Kane can come in and score the penalty.
Parry, boy, parry.
Yeah, taking that. Antonio, who is your Tottenham pick?
But to be honest, I feel like Arsenal are gonna lose this game 1-0. And the man himself, Lloris, gonna make amends. I mean, I given Arsenal gonna shoot on target about 3 times for the whole game, so I'll give it you guys hit at some point. If they get to reach the half line, that is only box.
Listen to a fellow Rasta brethren. Do not buy Lloris. If you have one free transfer, do not buy that guy. All right.
All right, so that's it for our roundup of the game. So normally what I like to do, we're going to do a mental 11 where we pick for you the players that we think that might shine the best for this game week 6. So we pick goalkeepers straight up to strikers, and then we'll do our captain pick. So you think you should captain. Now, I'm sure I could guess for all three who you'll think everybody should captain, but I'll wait till you'll see if you'll surprise me. So let's start now. Aaron, give us a goalkeeper. Now, who's the best goalkeeper to pick for game week 6?
Best goalkeeper to pick right now, I'll go with Alisson.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Next, so centre backs, we'll go a study. Should we go 4-5-1? All right, let's go 4-5-1 just because I know most of you will have like a premium 3-4-3. All right, 3-4-3. Antonio, please.
I know
you go 3-4-3.
Why are you doing that? That man despises Ronaldo, So you want to find Antonio?
I don't despise anyone. That's harsh. I'm just not a fan of him, but that's not what the show is. He's a great athlete, and that's it. But we're not going there. So Antonio, 3-4-3. Let's pick some defenders, guys. So this open forum. 3 defenders.
3 defenders to bring on points. Trent.
Yeah, Trent. Any Everton defender. So
I want in here. I want all the viewers.
They play in Norwich, bro.
Everton defender.
I don't understand you. When Grace scores hat-trick next week, a clip in here. A clip in here, you know. A clip of man already, you know. It's a little bit green aside, and a clip him, you know. I know if it's a clip man, you know. A clip in here. I guess Norwich? Nah, man.
Norwich, yeah.
So, all right, 2 more defenders.
Probably sure.
All right, sure. 1 more.
Sure. Listen,
Let me see where. Let me help
Keen,
out
Keen,
there.
Keen from
Who?
Everton. Keen.
Keen?
Yeah.
Everton, right? Boom.
Yeah.
Right, so 4 midfielders.
Oh no, I take that back. Alonso.
All right, boom. All
Yeah.
right. Alonso, bam. So we have our backline and goalkeepers. Midfielders. Not obvious choices. I don't want no Salah,
Sir.
no Bruno, no nothing. Like
Okay.
obscure. Because everybody have
Sir
Salah.
from
Ben
Sir
Rama.
from Watford.
Boom. Ben Rama. Ada.
Sir from Watford.
Sa. Boom. Anthony, quiet. Who's your midfielders? Give me something.
Oh,
Else.
I'm going to Townsend this week. For sure.
Right. Boom.
Really,
One more.
Thompson. Good call. Another midfielder with
Any
we
and-
we could say Ducore.
of course you can say that. You can
No,
say
he
that.
doesn't want you to say that. He wants you to say that.
Of course. That's it. Of course. Right. So 3 strikers. Here, let me go. 3 strikers. Not the usual suspects. A little off the green. Because of the game, the fixtures. Off the
Say
green.
Maxima.
Right, Maximum.
Mope.
Mope,
Boom.
yeah.
You read my mind.
Okay.
Sorry, Ariel Vexa said that, but you read my mind. And one other.
Ivan Tony.
All right. Boom. All right. So, Antonio, I know you picking Ronaldo as your captain. Aidan, who you suggest as the captain for game week 6?
Whoa. Salah is my captain.
So, you're suggesting Salah as game week 6 captain.
Yeah.
All right. Aidan.
Ronaldo is my captain and should be
No
everyone's
problem.
captain.
And that's your suggestion for the viewers.
That is my suggestion.
All right. No problem. Aaron.
Antonio.
All right. And I'm picking Vardy. So
Serious?
I lapsed once on him and he scored for me. So I stuck in with Vardy. Guys, thank you very much for joining this special London Derby preview. I want to thank my guests, Aidan, Tottenham fan, Aaron, Arsenal fan, and of course my co-host Antonio. Before you guys go, any advice for the game week 6? Anything you think anybody should bring in, drop? Any particular game they should focus on? Aidan, we'll go with you first before we go.
Oh, me? Oh, shucks.
Yeah. Any suggestion, advice, anything for game week 6? Anything specific? Anything you did special you think you want to share with the fans that they should do? Any particular match you should pay attention to, get players for, anything at all like that?
Let me watch here. Well, as I was saying before, Everton Norwich. I hope nobody have no Everton defenders. A warning only again. This time a third warning. Right? And once again, if you have Ronaldo, you cap Ronaldo.
All right. Solid. Aaron?
I think you should have any Everton players. So Gray, Townsend, Ducore. I wouldn't. Richarlison not really doing anything, so I wouldn't say Richarlison.
We don't say that name here. No. We don't say that name here.
Yeah, so Everton player is crucial, and don't captain Ronaldo.
All right. I like that. Aidan, you're sure you're not a Liverpool fan? What's the case with Everton? Everton, what's going on?
Everton is horrible, but I just don't like Everton. Everton is a horrible team.
Let me tell you why he doesn't like Everton. Aidan bought Richarlison for his team. Richarlison
hurt him. So Everton feeling it.
Everton is a horrible.
The truth come out. You see? Oh, Lord. Guys, thanks very much for another great episode. Guys, like, subscribe, share. Don't forget, we have a giveaway rolling right now, so you can go over to my top 5 strikers video, check out the instructions there and take part. We already have a few people taking part, so thank you so much for the guys that are commenting and whatnot. Continue to slide in my DMs if you want to be a part of the show, just like these wonderful guys will. And of course, as usual, happy picking, and please don't forget to click that save button. Do not let B distract you. Do not run to the stove. Please press that save button. We're out.